my room was directly across from the bathroom. So I just woke up, just got ready uh, for work. And I'm like, man, why do I smell bleach? I'm like, did somebody just clean the bathroom or something? So I'm like, I wasn't tripping. So I was calling her like while I was in the shower. Like, ma, it's funny because we in the same house. Why would I be calling her? But I was just calling her when I was in the shower and stuff. Like, ma, like, can you? Are you still taking me to work? There wasn't no answer. So I'm like, man, let me go in her room. So I went on her side of the house because we had like a one level house. So it was like our side, and then it was her side where like the kitchen and then the back door and stuff was at. So I seen like these footprints of blood like going straight to the back door. It was a footprint of a big Air Force One. I just seen like a thick pile of blood under the door. So I'm knocking. I'm like, hold on. So I just actually go in there. She's behind the door, naked, like stomach all out. Like I never seen the inside of her stomach before, but her stomach was out. She had the fattest lip I ever seen in my life. Just like, she just didn't look like herself. It was um, residue everywhere, blood everywhere, bleach everywhere, uh, glass everywhere. Her whole room was just tore up. And I'm like, wow, like trying to like get her, wake her up, basically, like, man, like hoping she ain't dead, cause I'm really thinking like, dang, like my mama sitting here dead, and she like woke up, she was like traumatized, like you could tell she was traumatized. She didn't even want me to touch her. She didn't know who I was and stuff like that. But I had to go get my older brother, and I'm like, man, like come here, like. So he come in and stuff. He's like, bro, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. But she recognized him. She recognized who he was and stuff like that. We couldn't do nothing. Like my brother sitting there breaking down crying. I'm just like, man, we got to get her some help. So it was just crazy.
So where was she shot?
In her head, like right here, and in her stomach. She survived. So like after we had got her some help, a few weeks go by, she's recovering. Obviously she makes it. So now I start to getting back in contact with my dad. He was just giving me a lot of good advice, stuff like that, on what to do, what not to do, how to, think for yourself. Don't fall victim to the streets, don't get easily influenced. Basically the same stuff a lot of people were telling me before, but it hit different because this is my actual father who's telling me this stuff, so it made like it affected me a lot, in a good way, so.
And how was he telling you this? Was he in person?
No, it was through letters, calling, like when he actually could call, regularly call, but, like we used to write all the time, like, and I used to get excited coming home and I seen a letter from my dad. 'Cause that's all I was expecting. That was like giving me hope. Like, man, like if he could stay positive being in there like all my life, I could stay positive too. And I still got the letters to this day of him telling me like, man, keep up with yourself. Read, you know what I'm saying? Like, read this book. This book is about this. I'm gonna teach you something that rich people teach their children and stuff like that. And that always got me excited because, like, when I was in middle school, I used to walk around like, man, I'm finna be rich. And, when you're in a poverty-stricken area and you're around other kids that's not getting exposed to this or people telling them this, they're like, no, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, bringing you down because they're not getting exposed to stuff like that. But it was just so many things that led me up to this point. It's just like small factors, and that's why I feel like it's important to always keep positive thoughts and say positive things to children because that affects them down the line. Because it affected me, even though it was people saying negative stuff about me or negative things to me, those positive things that people said to me always stuck with me. And sometimes I don't even remember half the negative stuff that was said about me when I was younger, so.